So now on the, we finished self forgiveness for the past four sessions. So today we are starting a new batch, right? I hope you had forgiven yourself. Um, Not really, right? At least lighter on yourself because you have to continually do the forgiveness. That's why I leave them in the chat in the Facebook group or in YouTube, so you can practice regularly. Good morning, Vanya. Good morning, Margarita. So I hope you've been doing the forgiving oneself, and I hope that you've seen some improvement in the way you treat yourself through your thoughts, through your words, through emotions. You have more emotional control. So, oh, you're pregnant. Sure, you can pregnant. You can pregnant. You can join. Sure, you can join. Forgiveness is for all. You don't have to be no baby to forgive. Okay, that's even good for your baby. At least the baby knows how to forgive already. Okay. Um, Sarita, Bibja, some of you, I know your name, that you're regularly attending my session. Hopefully, after the session, the live session, that you do it on your own. Okay. So, Margarita, yes. So, what I want you to just think before we start. Who are the people that you love most? The people that you care for? Just put a mental list. The people that you love most are the people in your home, right? People, your children, your parents, your family, your spouse, if you're married. If you're single, your parents and your siblings, right? I hope you love them. I mean, who you're closest with are, of course, your parents, your people, your spouse, your children, people who live in your house. So that's what we will focus on, the people who live in your house. Why? Because the people who you're in contact with on a daily basis, although you love them, they are also the source of your friction because you see them every day. If they are living in another home or another city, another country, then you don't see each other much. There's no friction. Master said, the closer you are, the more there's interaction, there's friction. And this friction, the regular interaction, is when the differences come in. So you tend to fight more with the people that you see every day as opposed to the people you don't see, right? So give me a thumbs up, whatever symbol you can say. Yes, that's true. That the people that I love most, the people that who are within my home, in my home, are the ones I need to forgive, because although I love them so much, they're also the people who give me these lessons, these tests. Okay, so yeah, if that's true for you, just say true, true, true. So I want you to make also, aside from the list of people you love in your household, sometimes you have in-laws, right? The in-laws mean well. They care for you. You are the husband or the wife of their son or daughter. But sometimes, even though they mean well, because you feel like they're intruding in your married life, or just some mother-in-law, father-in-law are too imposing on their ways, which are antique or ancient ways. They insist their olden ways to the new way of life. So sometimes they are, I'm not saying all mother-in-laws or father-in-laws are forceful or are imposing their will or their ways. So that's when friction begins, right? But they mean well. They mean well in telling you what they think is right. For them, that is right. Maybe for you, that's not right. So friction starts. Okay. So I want you to make a list of the people in your household. We're not going to your boss, to your workplace, to your circle of friends, to your pranic healing center. We're not doing that at all for now. Okay. We'll do that after 1 month. Okay. We'll do for this month, for the next 4 sessions, Today is May 17. So we have 24. We have 3 sessions in May to 17, 24, and 31st. And then in June 7 is the last one. We're gonna forgive people in our household. Then if you have friends outside or ex-husbands, you used to be close to your ex-husband, ex-wife. If you still see them, you can include them. But if it's like remote, you hardly see them or talk to them, we'll not include them. We'll include them in next month. Okay. June 14 is the start of forgiving people outside your home, your workplace, maybe your center, or maybe circle friends outside. Okay. Or maybe cousins and outside, distant relatives. Okay. So I want you to make a list, either on a journal or in your mind. Oh, okay. Oh, my father doesn't speak to me anymore because I don't want to get the vaccine. I, I also didn't want to get the vaccine. Yeah, so we have the right not to get the vaccine, but for some people, for them to tell you do this, do that, they're just thinking of your safety. So they care for you, but sometimes you're strong-headed not to. I didn't want to, but since all my family had theirs done, so I had no choice. I had no choice. So my husband had his shot, my three boys had it, my three daughters-in-law had it. So I gave in when my husband said, when we travel, they might require proof of vaccine, and I'd love to travel, so I gave in. So, uh, okay, this we were gonna bless your father. I mean, when we do the forgiveness, gonna bless them, forgive them for they mean well. They mean well. The fact that it's not talking to you is just because you're not listening as a kid. That's typical of parents. So I want you to bless your father with love, with understanding, with acceptance. Okay, I will do that, but do that specifically for your father when we're there. Okay. Okay. So again, I hope you have a mental, in your list, in your mind, you have a list of the people who, it's easy because they live in your home, who live in your household, and you have had issues for whatever reason. We don't, I don't need to know the reason, but you have some friction. Some friction are like been going on for years. Some friction are just very recent. Whether it's long term, some are like I mean, I've seen families who have been fighting 10, 20, 30 years. So ask your question, when should I end this? When should this end? Has to end somehow, somewhere. Okay. So this is a chance for you to harmonize, to at least have a lighter feeling towards these people, especially worst thing. You're living in the same house. Some people, they don't talk to each other, or husband and wife living in separate beds or separate rooms because they're fighting. Okay, not because they want their own space, but they're fighting. They cannot stand being with each other because whatever wrongdoing the other person did to you, right? So some some siblings don't talk to each other. So if you have a sibling and you haven't talked to her or him, or they haven't talked to you because of whatever misunderstanding in the past, they should be there. Okay. So siblings, parents, I know a handful of cases where the father sexually molested their daughter, or the father sexually molested the son. Yes, it's not right. Yes, it's so humiliating for you as the victim. Yes, the memory of it doesn't give you any, hope, or you always feeling like, what did I do wrong? But some people have been suffering for 50, 60, some are 70 years. They're still holding on to it. We're not forgiving them because they did something right. We're forgiving them for you to claim your happiness. Okay. So If that's your case, that you were sexually molested or physically abused, some parents are very, are very heavy-handed on the way they raise the kids, the way they impose their will. Okay, you're not listening, you're hard-headed, you are whatever the parents say. They just want you to listen, and as a kid you have your own mind, and they don't look at it as you have the right to answer them back. You don't have the right to have your own mind. That's the old way of raising children, right? Or I wouldn't say old way, because some parents are still doing that until now. And if you are the victimizer, if you're the parent who are so rough or so cruel to your kids, then we will include the forgive me as well, right? But if you were the victim when you were growing up of those parents, then you have to forgive them, okay? Are you ready to forgive? Are you okay to forgive these abuses in the past, especially those long-term abuses? Are you ready? Give me an answer that you're ready, so I know you're ready, and that you're willing to forgive those people in your household. Your husband, sometimes it's the husband who don't treat you well, or the wife, of course. The It's not all husbands. The wife could also be abusive to husbands. I get emails where the husband said, "My wife is always angry. My wife is blah 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 blah." So obviously, there's no harmony in the house. There's no love. There's no happiness. And if this goes on, if the anger, animosity, the pain, the hurt, always focusing on the other side, not being nice to you or being the victim, then it's hard to be happy. It's hard to forgive. Okay, so you're ready. You're ready. Yes, ready to forgive these people. Okay, so surely you have someone in your household you need to forgive. Okay, um, if you have, like, some families I know, they don't talk to each other. Everybody doesn't talk to each other. That's not a happy household. So we will bless your home as well, because for the pranic healers, you can scan your home, how heavy the energy of that home is. It's heavy. There's always this unspoken anger, unspoken hurt. Like, I don't want to talk to you because this communication gap. The energy of the home will be very heavy, and you don't want to live or swim in that kind of energy in your home. It's hard to feel happy, to feel light, to be successful in whatever you do. It affects every area of your life. Okay, so let's be happy again. Let's practice forgiveness. Okay, close your eyes. Close your eyes. I don't see you, but I trust that you're closing your eyes. And do some healing breaths. Inhale healing energy. Hold your breath. Exhale gently. I want you to inhale loving energy into your whole being. Inhale love. Hold. Exhale any animosity, any frustration, any anger that you're holding for years or recently. Again, be aware of your heart. Inhale loving energy. Hold. Exhale gently. Exhale any unwanted energies regarding to love that suppresses the loving energy in your aura. Exhale. Release. Inhale more love. When you say love, that includes patience, understanding, tolerance. Hold. Exhale gently. Remove any heavy feelings, any weights that make you feel heavy, that make you feel down. sad, depressed, lonely, unloved, all these weights, all this anger, animosity, frustration, disappointments, sadness. Release as you exhale again. This time, inhale joy, hold, exhale. All this that I mentioned before, especially sadness, loneliness, depression. Inhale joy, hold, exhale gently, release. So I release all these unwanted energies, all this form of, all these energies that block me from being happy, from being joyful, from being loving. Next, I want you to inhale forgiveness and reconciliation energies. Hold, exhale any unforgiving energies, any memory stuck in the past. That's why you could not forgive. Exhale, release from your aura, release from your energy body, from your soul, from your light. Inhale more forgiveness and reconciliation energies. Hold, exhale any pain, any unforgiving energies, any memories of the past pain, past hurt. Inhale compassion energies. Compassion. Exhale any aggression. Inhale compassion energies. Exhale any aggression. Now, I want you to be aware of your heart. I want you to say 3 things that you're grateful for today. What are you grateful for today? Grateful for my family. Grateful for this person who had hurt you, for the lessons that you had learned from this person. Grateful to belong to a family in spite of whatever's happening in that family. Grateful for all God's blessings that you had forgotten you had been receiving. Because maybe some of you are so focused on your pain and on the past that you did not realize that you have so many blessings coming your way. That you focus on the not so good events in your life. I want you to think of 3 events in your life that's really amazing that you did not recognize, that you have say thank you, God, for your blessings. Just 3. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my job. Thank you for my home. Thank you for the food I eat, my family eat. Okay, now I want you to be aware of the energy on top of your head, the crown center. I want you to, this is your connection to your God, to whoever you pray to. to your angel, to your deva, to your deity, to the supreme God, the universal God, whoever you connect to. That's the entry point. I want you to have the connection to that higher power, higher than you, who can help you in the process. Because some people, very few people said, yes, I'm ready. I'm sure some of you were very hurt mentally. You have to forgive. You listen to me, yes, I have to forgive, but deep inside, you're not really, really ready because you're truly, truly hurt. So we need a higher power. We need God's energy, angels' energy, your spiritual teacher's energy to help you actually really, really forgive from the bottom of your heart. However difficult it is for you at this time. Some of you are still very fresh. Some of you has been a long time ago, but in your mind, in your memory, it's still fresh because you replay it over and over in your mind as if it's just happening now, even though it's 20, 30 years ago already. So we need the help of God for you to forget. Or even if you remember, if it replays in your mind every day, you're not that hurt anymore. Or totally just doesn't bother you at all, in spite of whatever happened. So we will now pray. We will now ask for their help. To the Supreme God, Father God, Mother God, I'll invoke for my spiritual teacher, Master Chokuk Sui, and his teacher, Lord Mahanga Jimiling. Can invoke for your spiritual teacher. To all the great spiritual teachers, great messages of God, to all the angels, to the archangels, to all the saints, if you believe in saints or if you're Catholic, to the deities, the devas, the divas, or deities, if you invoke a certain deity, feel free. Can invoke for Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, who is the goddess of mercy and compassion, and to all the invisible helpers, to my spirit guide, to my angel, to the healing angels, to the psychotherapy angels, to the forgiveness angels, forgiveness forgiveness, to the angel of love, angel of light, to the angel of gratitude. We humbly invoke for your great blessings as we do the forgiveness towards, you can specify, towards my husband, my wife, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, whoever else lives in your house. Thank you for helping me release all this pain, all the memories. Thank you for bringing back joy in my life, harmony in the household, love, harmony, joy, beauty, spirituality, prosperity, abundance in my family, in my home. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your help, and thank you for the protection. In full faith, we thank you. Okay, now I want you to put these people in front of you. If you have only one, just one. If you're alone right now, you're single, unmarried, living on your own, just think of your childhood. If you have some heavy stories or memories towards your sibling or your mother, father, grandpa, grandma, whom you used to live with when you were little, and those painful memories, okay? Put them in front of you. If there's one, easy. There's two, you can easily see them. There's three, maybe within six, you can still see them and identify each face. Sometimes some families are like 8 or 13 or 15 in the family. I hope you only have certain issues with one or two, not the rest. But if nobody talks to you, the whole family is like against you for whatever happened in the past, just include the whole family. Okay, now I want you to talk to each one of them. Each one is a different case. Daddy, mommy, whoever it is, I'm sorry if I gave you lots of problems when I was young and until my adult life. I know you're trying your best to raise me. That's the best way you know how to raise me. I was hurt. If you were sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally tortured, mentally tortured by any of your parents, express how you felt when that was happening. Say, I was humiliated, I felt embarrassed, I felt hurt, I felt useless, I felt whatever it is. I did not like whatever you did to me. I was angry. I was ashamed of myself. You made me silent. I couldn't speak. Whatever you felt, just express your feelings. Just say how it is as if you're talking to them. Maybe they know, maybe they didn't know. Just let them, sometimes you keep it to yourself and it's hard if you carry all this burden in your heart. Just express it. I was hurt. I was sad. I felt alone. Nobody understood me. You did not support me. I felt insecure because you said I was stupid, I was ugly. Whatever was told to you when you were young, just express. To my mom, dad, in spite of all these things that you had done to me, now that I'm grown up, now that I'm an adult and I understand the law of karma, I understand how things go. And I know that you love me in spite of, and I know that is the best way you know how to raise me. You don't know any other better way because grandpa and grandma also treated you that way. Whatever you see, the reason why your parents were mad at you or did not raise you properly, it's not because you were bad. It's just that's the way they saw their parents raise them. It's or maybe they're undergoing so much stress in their lives. It's not about you. You just happen to be there. It's not your fault. They have their own issues. Maybe they don't have a good relationship with each other. Maybe they don't have the money. Maybe they're so stressed because money's not coming. Maybe they didn't know what to do and they're lost themselves. And then you just happen to be there. But you felt guilty that you did something wrong. Whatever the situation, I want you to look at it from a different perspective now. You're not the victim. You're not a victim and you're not the victim. Again, your parents don't know any better way to raise you. They have their own weaknesses as well. They're not perfect, as we are not perfect. Harm is done. Yes, harm was done. Can I go back 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago and say, you did this to me. It's now time for revenge. Revenge has no room for this. When you do revenge or even think ill to get even, you'll be hurt again next lifetime or later this life. It's not worth it. So I want you to go from a certain perspective that they love you. It's not about You are so bad, that's why you were punished. It's just about their own issues. They're suffering as well. They are not happy themselves. And for that, I want you to look at your mom and dad, say, I forgive you, dad. I forgive you, mom, for whatever you've done to this soul. I now understand. I understand you fully well. I know you have so much love for me. You just didn't know how to express it. I felt unwanted. I felt unloved at that time. But now I'm a parent myself. I know how it is to have a child. It's difficult to raise a child, and I understood the difficulties you had gone through. I see you. I see myself. Please forgive me, mommy, daddy, mama, papa, mom, dad. And I forgive you for anything and everything that was stuck in my memories of my unhappy childhood because of whatever you've done to me. It's all forgiven and forgotten. Thank you for bringing me to this earth, for giving life to me. I owe my life to you. I am whatever you are now. I am prosperous. I am educated. I have a position. I have a family. I achieved this. I got to this stage because you brought me back to life. You allowed my soul to come back here on earth. Thank you for that. I owe my life to you. I owe you a lot. In spite of whatever happened, I care for you. I love you. And I will try my best to show that I care. It's never too late, never too late to show my love to you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. I know forgiveness is two-way traffic. It's not only one side. Whatever I've done to you, my hard-headedness, my strong will, imposing that I am right and you were wrong. Whatever I've done, please forgive me, mommy, daddy. I love you. I forgive you. I appreciate you. And I thank you. I thank you. Now put your brother, sibling, husband, whoever else, okay? Let's start with the spouse for the people who are married, and then your siblings. If you have a happy marriage, you still say, I forgive you, because even a happy marriage, sometimes they have some discussions and all disagreements, and you head to head, but you truly love each other. Or sometimes it's really, really bad relationship. Every day you're fighting, and there seems to be a wall, a huge, thick wall between you, and you feel like hopeless. You feel like you're giving up. You feel like you want to divorce. You feel like I cannot live without you. I cannot stand you. Whatever situation you're in, we will use the power of forgiveness. This time, I want you to bless your partner. Raise your hand, your spouse, your wife, or your husband. Just love, appreciation, and gratitude. Forget about the fights, forget about the abuses, okay? Just because you married this guy or this woman because they had good qualities. You love them for something that you saw before. And somehow you forgot that because of this daily stuff, okay? So I want you to put your hand in a blessing position. Look at your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, your lover, if you live in, if you're not, even if you're not married, this is the one you live with. Look at them straight into your eye, into their eyes, eye to eye. It's like piercing their soul and them piercing your soul, looking straight into your soul, soul to soul. To my dear beloved husband or wife or partner, I love you. I care for you. But sometimes things are not going well between the two of us, and those times became escalated that we're not talking anymore. And it's a huge wall between us. Whatever situation, I'm just addressing different situations. If you have a good, happy relationship, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with blessing your husband or wife. You can project even more love, more sweetness, more caringness, more joy into your relationship if you bless from your heart. I am sorry for whatever I've done to you. Whatever you've done, conscious and unconsciously, sometimes you shout back because you're hurt. He normally the part is that the number one who activates triggers you. So when you get triggered, you just react automatically and you regret after. So I'm sorry for my reaction, my negative reaction when we talk, when we communicate, when we're together. I'm sorry for saying no many times. I'm sorry for fighting over small things with you. Whatever it is, I'm sorry for being distant, for being cold. Sorry for not trusting you again after you cheated on me. I'm sorry for my shortcomings. I'm sorry for not giving time or attention to you because I was busy with my kids, with our kids. I'm sorry for my shortcomings. Please forgive me. And I want to let you know that I love you. And whatever happened and still happening that caused so much friction, so much disharmony, so much animosity, so much shouting, screaming at each other, I forgive you. This one, don't just say it verbally without feeling. Really feel that both of you had your own share in this fight and you see it on a different perspective that you love him and he loves you. It's just things don't are not going well. So you want that to be temporary and you want this relationship to be healed. So, so I forgive you. I forgive you. I realize that we're two different people with two different minds, with two different opinions. And sometimes you impose your will to me, you impose your thoughts, and I do the same thing to you. And that's when we fight. The way we raise our kids, we disagree. Whatever you fight about, I bless you with compassion, with patience, with understanding, with tolerance. I bless and I ask for God's help to bless our relationship with love, with intimacy, with passion, with closeness, with sweetness. So much love, understanding, patience. I know I've lost patience on you, and it seems like you lost patience on me. May God bless our relationship with patience and tolerance. And I want you to visualize where you can use patience, understanding, and tolerance in daily situations in your married life or live in, where you can make negotiations, where you can agree to certain things, not always your way, not always his or her way, but you agree. You're more in agreement. You're more in harmony. You're talking. By blessing your partner, you're breaking that wall. By blessing your partner with love and forgiveness, you're breaking that thick wall between you. And if you don't have a wall, if your relationship is well, just bless with love and gratitude. More love, more sweetness, more joy, more peace in your home. If you bless your partner with all these qualities, more happiness, more spirituality, more abundance, more success. But even the happiest couple also has the disagree. Because remember, you're two different people, two different upbringings, two different beliefs. You were raised in different homes, different cultures, different religions. Even the same religion, you still have some things to disagree. Disagreeing doesn't mean you don't love each other. It's just expressing your mind. But I want you to see yourselves, the two of you, disagreeing in a more civil way. No screaming, no yelling, no imposing. Just one listens, one talks. One listens when one talks. It's a conversation. It's not sparring. It's not fighting like a karate. Just a conversation. Mature way of conversing. No fighting, no shouting, no screaming, no impatience. I want you to look at your relationship that way. So much understanding why he's acting or she's acting this way. It's not about they don't love you. It's about you just don't see each other eye to eye. That's all. And for that, I want you to bless your husband with appreciation, with gratitude for being a part of your life, for being present in this lifetime, for meeting your partner, the other half, this lifetime. If you give love, appreciation, gratitude, your relationship will heal. This is the opposite of complaining. Complaining will not bring you anywhere. Appreciation will. Gratitude will heal your relationship. Before we end this partner thing, I want you to think of three good qualities your partner has. Because normally when people are fighting, they only think of the negative. I want you to think of the good qualities of your husband, of your wife. You're a good provider, you're a good father, you're a good mother. You cook for us. Thank you for filling my stomach whenever I arrive. Thank you for helping in raising the kids. Whatever it is, be appreciative. Sometimes we don't we don't see this so many things that your partner is doing, the good things that they're, they're sharing in your household. Thank you for taking care of the plants. Thank you for fixing your bed in the morning. Thank you for preparing my bed. Okay? So think of three things. Every day, you'll find three good things about your partner. And say, thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. And I forgive you for anything and everything you've done to me in the past. And I forgive you, and please forgive me as well. Okay, we're done with the parents and your significant other. I want you to put whoever is left, either your siblings or mother-in-law or who else in your household, or grandparents or children, grown-up kids. Of course, small kids, you don't have to do this. Grown-up kids, okay? Maybe you have a kid that left home because you had a misunderstanding and until now they don't talk to you. Include that, okay? I leave it up to you, whoever you put inside in front of you, and I want you to put your hands in the blessing position. All you do for now is project a lot of love from your heart to your hands, coming out from your hands. Pink, loving energy. Project to all these people in your household. Whether relationship is good or not so good, still do it. Project loving energy. Pink with a touch of flecks of gold coming out of your hands, enveloping these people in front of you, and not only enveloping outside but penetrating every cell of their body with love, understanding, patience, tolerance, with peace, with happiness. Feel the peace, happiness, and love within you and share to these people that you're having issues with. And as you do this, mentally say, I forgive all of you for whatever you've done in the past, any pain you had caused. If you had screaming before, whatever happened mentally, you sent so much negativity, and they too in return. You know how families are. So I forgive all the negative thoughts you had said to me, all the negative words you had screamed at or said to me, all the negative emotions. I shower you with love, all of you with love. Love, peace, joy, appreciation, and gratitude. I forgive you all. May God's blessings be with you. May you be guided by your spirit guide, by your angel, by your teacher, so that you will fulfill success in your life. You wish them well. Whatever they've done to you, you wish them well. Now, I want you to put your parents, your significant other, and this siblings, whoever, put them in one, and I want you to project a huge, like from your huge heart, overflowing to your hands, lots of loving energy from your hands. Let it envelope the everybody in your whole family, in your whole household, in-laws included, right? If you're not in harmony with your in-laws, they're just some willful in-laws. Just bless them with love. Loving energy will soften them. Loving energy will heal them and your relationship. Loving energy will transform them. Okay, so just use the power of love from your heart to all of them. Bathe them in this golden pink loving energy coming from your heart. And while you're doing this, in your mind, say, I forgive you all. I love you. I am sorry. I thank you. You can even start with, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you all. I appreciate you. And I'm so grateful for your existence in my life. I am sorry. I forgive you. I appreciate you. I love you. And I thank you for being in my life. Keep on keep on blessing them with so much love from your heart, full of understanding, filled with peace, filled with happiness. I love you. I am sorry. I forgive you. I appreciate you. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you all. Let it flow. Blessings from God from above, flowing down through your crown, the top of your head, coming out of your hands, and also from your heart. Loving energy filled with glitter of gold, flowing from your hands, enveloping your whole family, everyone in your household. So much love, understanding, peace, joy, harmony, beauty, and gratitude. You feel your hands heavy, that means more energy flowing. Feel your heart getting activated from the depth of your heart. I forgive you all, and I love you. I thank you. Now I want you to put your hands like this. We're going to say, thank you, God. Thank you to my spiritual teacher, Master Choka Sweet, the Lord Mahalo Jumiling, to all the spiritual helpers, to all the great messages of God, to all the angelic beings, to all the invisible helpers, to all the great ones, to my higher soul, the divine spark. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for using Message Channel to harmonize my home, to harmonize my whole family, to heal my family. Thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you. Can open your eyes now. Navia, good to see you. So, how do you feel? Did you participate fully, meaning not just thinking, not just listening to my voice, but actually feeling it from your heart? You actually feel it inside. That some people said, I've forgiven. I thought I've forgiven my husband. I've been forgiving him for the past 2, 3, 5 years, depends. And then I can't believe when I saw him, I'm still angry. So what are you doing? Yeah, I do this, I do this, I do this. If you just do it mechanically without feeling, without really feeling sorry, without really feeling the love, it will take longer. Okay, for your forgiveness to be more effective, you really, really have to involve the mind, the body, and the emotions. Okay, you really have to pour it out, and you really have to be ready. And just don't say, I'm forgiving you because Master Marlak said so. No, I don't have to be here for you to do it. It's your own, like, it's your own willingness that you're doing this. Okay, so when you do that, you will have a happier family life. You will have a happier household, and if that happens, you'll be more successful in your career, money, whatever you do. Okay, you'll be blessed. Okay, so thank you. Oh, okay, Deepa Raj. Thank you, Facebook user. Okay, Rachel, I know you're the mother or the son? You're the mother, the daughter, I mean, the mother and daughter. Okay, thank you. For the women, only the women, I'm sorry, men. At 12 noon is when I do the master class, Heal and Shine, okay? So stay tuned. You can sleep if it's like already midnight in your home. Sleep for 1 hour and then come back in 1 hour. Okay. See you later, women. Only women. Empowered women. To be empowered women. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. see you next week. See you Monday, okay?